5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, go. Alright, we're gonna start at the sanctuary. We got bombs. What a great thing to start with. I realized they had to shrink down Crono's torso a bit. Sprite is a little janky looking, but, you know. It's Crono. Carrot is the other Toriyama character from Dragon Ball. Yeah, normally I play as a lady, but they don't have, the sprites available to me for this. Ooh, more bombs. The sprites available to me on the randomizer generator are don't include any of the Chrono Trigger ladies, which is probably fair. I don't imagine Ayla would be you know, a suitable stand-in for Link. She doesn't use a sword. Oh, I should have checked for Frog. Oh, I could possibly be playing as Frog right now. Oh well. But yes, I'm playing as Crono as a loving tribute to a beloved passed away creator, Akira Toriyama. Hey, heart piece, I don't need that. I'm glad you know who he is. He's one of the most influential creators in modern history. I will instead say that perhaps maybe the Chrono sprite is not doing the character justice, and that you simply did not recognize Crono. I know, you know, he's got a little stubby body here, so that makes sense. Yeah, it's like somebody shot him with a shrink ray, but he kind of is doing that. Yes, he is kind of walking like a walrus from Alice in Wonderland. He's walking like he's constantly got his butt cheeks flexed. Yes. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, I got the book already? That'll be handy. Yeah, the girls are both like, hey, we can carry some of those groceries for you. And he's like, no need, I got them all. Like, you gonna loop the handles on your tail? It's like, that would make a little more sense, but no, I can do this. Oh, early mirror. We're already off to a good start. I have a good feeling about this seed. And Sick Kid, what do you have? More bombs. Okay. We're very bomb heavy on this one. Speaking of seeds, I was watching a thing. react video. Somebody was watching Mad Max Fury Road for the first time. Ooh, hook shot. We love it. Give me that. Best tool in the game. Yeah, Mad Max Fury Road. Great movie. But I had realized that Fire Rod, oh yes, give me that too. Two of the actors from the Mad Max series have appeared in Farscape. 25 years apart, they're Mad Max movies. No, 35 years apart. My math was bad. 35 years. Because The Road Warrior came out in 1981. And, Virginia Hay actually was in that as Warrior Woman. What am I running for? Save and quit. Back to the house. Yeah, Virginia Hay starred as Warrior Woman. Didn't get a name, apparently. Moon Pearl. All right. Well, when we get into the Dark World, we're good for that. I do not have money for Azora yet, so I won't be going to the right just yet. Yeah, so she was the warrior lady in The Road Warrior. And should you get Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, I have no opinion of them. I've never had. They don't exist here. What does Sonic the Food Company have? Yeah, Immortan Joe was Toe Cutter, and he also showed up in Farscape, it turned out, as he was Grunschlack, who was like just a dude who was like an agent for an important doctor. Sword! Alright, now we're on to business. God, you know what? I can actually do Desert Palace. Yeah, I'd forgotten that Immortan Joe was in this thing. Which was fun. But also, in Fury Road, the lady who played, like... The old lady who planted seeds... she was in the last couple of seasons of Farscape as Naranti. And I'm just like, she gets into Mad Max after Farscape ends. Virginia Hay is in it, 20 years before the series even starts. It must just be like a consequence of filming in Australia. That's not what I want to do. Do not. Oh. It is true, if you're an Australian actor, that is most likely what you're going to end up doing at some point. No. 10th enemy has the bomb. I don't know what that means. Alright, we got the small key. God. Already dying. No! I'm gonna check the stun prize. Is it health? It's 4 bombs! God, George Miller is skimping on the practical effects? That feels... weird. Oh, hello! Welcome in, Raiders. We're just talking about Mad Max. Yes, I decided that as a tribute, I would play as Crono this week. Same reason I got the Dragon Ball up in the right-hand corner. Because, you know, I love me some Dragon Ball. Map. Okay. Good. Chrono Trigger's great. You're gonna do the original Super Nintendo, or are you gonna do the PlayStation remake that's got, like, you know, animated stuff? Okay. Both have their good points. Am I allowed to? Yeah. Okay. Oh, auto. Oh wow. Oh wow. Chrono Trigger is so good. Oh my gosh. You're in for a treat when I finally get around to doing that for YouTube. Oh wow. Alright, I can't finish this place. I don't have the glove. Well... Save and quit. It is funny, with Chrono Cross, as I understand it, like, there is a game that was supposed to come out in between. And it just sort of never actually happened. I think it was supposed to be like a CD-based game that was kind of more like a PowerPoint presentation than an actual game, just called Radical Dreamers. And I don't know if that's playable in any form. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is like one of the OG, like... It did? Okay. Four bombs. Yeah, Radical Dreamers is one of the... not Radical. Chrono Trigger is one of, like, the OG, like, best games of all time, like, always topping the list type things. It's still wild to me that I'm going to run to the right to check out the eastern area. Yeah, basically, I always say that the only reason Chrono Trigger isn't just, like, flat out, no questions asked, the greatest RPG of all time, or at least the best on its console, is because it has such stiff competition from, like, Final Fantasy VI. Yeah. Where's the green pendant? Turtle Rock. Oh, wow. I might not need to do Turtle Rock. Blue mail. It made his shirt slightly more blue. Oh. Medieval. I have vague recollections about that game. You're like a zombie man or something, right? I have an image in my head of a zombie guy who's got, like, one eye bigger than the other. Skeleton. Does he have eyes, at least? Okay, then I am probably thinking of the right thing. The only other game I know that features a skeleton prominently, there's Killer Instinct, of course, and Sega Saturn's Mr. Bones, which is just a strange time, Mr. Bones. Oh gosh, I have Zora money. I shouldn't be doing this. No, I'm already here, I'm doing this. Oh yeah! I forgot that that character's name is Manny, right? He's a skeleton too, yeah. Bombs. Yeah, it's something like Manny Calavera or something like that. I never actually played Grim Fandango, but I've heard good things. keep accidentally hookshotting away, and I want to, like... It's not what I'm trying to do. Watch as I kill invisible skeletons. How did you spawn? You're supposed to... These skeletons are screwing with me. Big key, alright. Hey, if you really want to, you can spell world like that, you know... I'll finish rounding out the dungeon. Yeah, I couldn't... Off the top of my head, I'm thinking now, like... How many endings does Chrono Trigger have? And the answer is a lot, but I can't... Like... Think of how many. $12. Okay. Actually, why did I have trouble thinking of that? You even said there's a secret 13th ending in the PlayStation remake, right? Okay, let's take some hits. Oh no! I should not have taken the hits. DS remake, okay. You know what? I will come back for this. Because I have other things I can do. I have all this money now. I can officially do South Shore and actually swing around to Zora. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I did that already. No. Everything's after me. Replenish my bombs. Yeah. Yeah, no, when I get around to Chrono Trigger, it's great. I actually, there's somebody I follow on Twitter, Crono Katie, who is like big into the series, obviously, based off of her name. Ooh, hammer. Okay, well that's Dark World access, almost. I'll still need a glove. And she was actually advertising a thing recently. Apparently, there's a group that's looking to do like a fan dub of Chrono Trigger, and I keep thinking I should read for a couple of parts for it, just to see what happens. I might give that a shot. Who knows? Maybe I'll get around to doing some of that this weekend. I got arguably fair time. You know, earlier in the day I said maybe this weekend I will actually have a weekend, in reference to the fact that I've been working every weekend, basically. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll be able to take some time this weekend and just chill. And then I realized I have a whole bunch of work to do, so... So that's going to be the state of my weekend. Crabs, what prize pack are you guys on? If I kill one of you, will you give me a fairy? No, but you'll give me a heart. Okay. Alright, I got that. Okay, I'm going to swim up. Actually, you know what? I'll save Hobo for later. I'm going to check this. Master Sword. Alright. Okay. Gonna have to come back for that. No, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, Sonic. Okay, well, what did you end up getting? Do they have onion rings? Don't get hit. Oh, wow. Okay. I actually don't care for onion rings, but it's very fitting that a restaurant called Sonic would have rings. Yeah, I need to exit. Ooh. Milkshake. Oh, wow. Giving you that Fred Flintstone service. I, of course, don't drive, so that's... Oh, $300, okay. I at least don't need to worry about missing out on that. Yeah, I don't drive, so I don't have to worry about that particular service, but it is good to know that it exists. I just traded all that money for $5. Alright. God, okay. If you've seen the Flintstones, just give me, you know, let me know what you think here. In the intro, when that waitress came out with the giant, rack of ribs for Fred at the restaurant and just attached them to the side of the car. Those look delicious, right? Okay. I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, I'm like, I want to eat those things. And I don't even really like ribs, you know? But they look very, very good. I screwed that up. God, I swear, if I wind up... oh, wait, I did also unlock the digging spot. Okay. What do you got, guard? A heart. Okay. Oh boy, $20. I'm glad Sonic is also cheap. God, maybe it's just an association I have with like the with you know, with the hedgehog. Do they do hot dogs? Like, what am I doing? Okay, well, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog likes those chili dogs. $20. Not worth it. Not worth it. Yeah, you know what? I'll run this way. I never go this way in the randomizer. There's almost never a reason to go this way. We're doing it today. You're reading Sonic, yeah. You and like a million other Vor enthusiasts too. Oh, the bow! Oh, the bow! Oh my god! You love it. God, the fact that I just got the bow, do you know what that means? It means that this seed's logic has me routed into Eastern Palace, and then back out of Eastern Palace, and then back to Eastern Palace again. My hookshot bounced right off that thing. Almost as though it were some sort of statue. But another thing I want to do this weekend. I have things to put on my walls, and I've been putting off actually doing it. It might be the time to do it. Because one of those things is actually a Bulma poster that I ordered. It's been sitting over on my dresser for a while. There's an artist that I follow on, I think I follow him on both Tumblr and Twitter, who does, like, you know, video game stuff. And I wanted to order something because he was having a sale. And he also has, like, fighting game lady stickers. But I didn't get any of those because they're a little bit pricey. I'm gonna... I'll take the 50-50 shot. But yeah, he also sent me a... God, where's this guy? There he is. Alright. I'm being pursued. I'm not safe. There we go. Yeah, basically I got a bonus poster as well. He just threw a Final Fantasy VII poster in with the Dragon Ball 1 too. So I'm like, cool. I enjoyed Final Fantasy VII. It was not nearly as big a deal for me as Chrono Trigger was. Skeleton? Okay. But it's still a good game, you know? They can't all be the best game. Oh my gosh. The most satisfying spin in the game, and I screwed it up. Oh yeah, you will get no argument from me that 6 is, like, the best. I am screwing this boss up so bad. I don't want to die, so I'm going to drink that blue potion. Silver arrows! Silver arrows? What do I do with those? Well, Golbez and the Four Fiends are actually from Final Fantasy IV. Which is also good, and I have played on the channel. Gosh, what am I gonna do? What can I do? Alright, we're gonna save and quit. We're gonna go, I don't have the lamp. So it can't expect me to do escape. It is true. Your protagonist is part Moon Man. This is officially the worst idea I have had in a while. I do not know this place well enough to be doing it in the dark, but here I am anyway. I'll grab that. Oh god, I'm in one of the water rooms. Okay, I can't do this room. I can't do this. This is not what it wants me to do. Gosh, where did I not go? What did I not check? I have the hammer and I have the powder. Magic bat. Oh my god. That's got to be a glove right there. Magic bat. Zeramus was weird. At least in the context of the original game. It's weird because, like, you had all this build-up. The whole game, you're doing this build-up to the bad guy is Golbez. We're gonna fight him. He's doing all this evil stuff. The fate of the world hinges on him because he's stealing all the world's crystals. The flute! You know what? That's mountain access. That's fine too. And then he, like, summons a giant fucking metal kaiju. And this is all on YouTube already. I've already played this game, so, you know. Spoilers for a 25-year-old game? No, it's just a giant robot made by the Moon People. The Giant of Babel, they call it. Almost forgot to have a drink. This predates the weapons as, like, enemies in the Final Fantasy games. I did buy your thing, right? Yeah, I did. So, you know, you fly in the airship and you jump into its mouth. And I can do this in the dark. This I do know how to do. And you fight it, and at the end of it, you're like, alright, Golbez is here. Let's go fuck him up. And so you go to fight Golbez, and something happens, and he's like, oh wait, what am I doing here? Oh no. What are you getting hit by? You'll have to order something else. What else would you like? Is there a Wendy's nearby? They always have pretty decent food. Bottle. Okay. Yeah, you get to the end of the thing, and Golbez is there, and he just, like, snaps over it, and he's like, oh, I've been being mind-controlled the whole game. Your next 20 minutes, I hope you end up, you know, finding somebody else to fight. And you do. You do find somebody else to fight. I don't care about that 20 bucks. I will grab that mushroom, though. Yeah, so, like, he tells, you know, the moon man you're working with tells you, oh yeah, this other moon man here, don't worry about him, he's being, like, mind-controlled. The guy you actually got to be concerned about is up on the moon, and his name is Zemus. It's just bombs. So you're like, okay, we'll go to the moon and we'll fight Zemus. You go to the moon, you don't even fight him. So like they swap out the villain you've been building to the whole time. And then they don't swap in a new villain. Y'all grab that money. Like you go up there, he gets beaten by somebody else, and then a new thing shows up just to be the end boss. To say, hey, actually I was mind controlling him too, sort of. Big key, that's good, we like to see that. I'm now prepared to do the Haripot glitch. It is weird, it's a weird decision, and Final Fantasy IV gets really strange towards the end. Like, you play 14, you are aware of the lunar whale, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? It's an airship you can get in Final Fantasy IV that just straight up lets you travel to the moon. I can't believe I died. So, like, you go from a game that's just knights and wizards and, you know, spoony bards and whatnot to, oh yeah, guess what? We have spaceships and there's aliens? Yeah, in this, the Tower of Babel is constructed by the people from the moon and was used, I guess, to summon the giant. It's not clear. Oh, I got bonked. Anyway, six is very good. It has so many very memorable characters, and you can, you know, build your party to your heart's content. You know, what sort of composition do you want? Oh my god, I got bonked again. That was the worst place to get bonked. Yeah, no party composition choices in Final Fantasy IV. Just, here's your 5 guys. Half of them you don't like. Deal with it. You know, who's your least favorite party member? Is it the guy who keeps stabbing you in the back? Is it the whiny ninja? Is it Child? Okay, to be fair, Rydia is not Child by the end of the game. She has artificially aged like 10 years by living with monsters. Which is weird. I gotta double check to see if I got both the compass and the map. Yeah, I shouldn't even... Rydia is honestly a fan favorite, so, like... I should leave her out of this discussion entirely. Alright, it's the compass in the basement. I don't need that. Off we go. Yeah, people of Rydia. Cecil is okay. That's just a heart piece. I don't need that. Let's do Spiral Cave. There. Okay. Dodged. Yeah. 4 has its flaws. I still like it. I have nostalgia goggles. What can I say? It does have memorable characters. The Pixel Remaster, the music goes exceptionally hard in it. Would recommend. I can go up this way. That's not where I want to be. Next door over, please. Are you a heart? Be a heart. No, you're a dollar. Okay. Yeah, 4 is interesting, and there's my glove. Okay. I have one issue with the Pixel Remaster. They changed the name of the spoon. In the original translation, the best throwing weapon in the game was a spoon. Lamp, finally I can see in the dark. Okay. Yeah, spoon. I actually don't need to go up there. Save and quit. What am I doing back here? I don't know why I came back here. This is not where I need to be. You know what? Cereal is also legitimate. We do like cereal. It's tasty. I'm gonna check the back of Escape. Well, they'd best be canceling your order. You didn't get anything. If I find a small key in here, I will go to Dark Cross. Dang it. Alright, Dark Cross, you got my last item. And I look at it this way. If the DoorDash guy was mistaken and Sonic ends up showing up, you get to also have the milkshake. What? Oh, there it is. Okay. You can put the other stuff in the fridge, or rebox the cereal. Alright, that was just a heart piece. Okay, out we go. And then going to the sanctuary. I'll do this again. I'm gonna turn in the... Yeah, I'm gonna turn in the mushroom. Yeah. For a second, I was like, what if I need to fake powder? I have real powder. I already got the thing from Magic Bat. Take it. Now, while I'm here, I guess I'll pick up some potions, too. 10 arrows, which I will pick up because I'm almost out of arrows. You know what? Since I have Dark World access, I can do Pod. There's nothing stopping me from doing this dungeon. And in fact, when I'm done in this dungeon... Wait. It's Red Pendant! God. Okay, you know, I will open Pod, I will look at some of the early chests, I will resist the urge to finish the dungeon. Because you never know, there might be stuff in here. I am taking a gamble that I probably should not be, but here we are anyway. Small key means I run straight through the middle now. Yeah, pod is worth coming into just because of, like, the reasonably large amount of chests right near the start. Drop down here, I'll run up, grab this chest up here. It's probably another small key. Let's find out. No, it's not. There's the other small key. Really? You know what? I'm gonna go through this way. Switch over to the bow, specifically so I can do that. Small key. There's one more chest back here. What's this? It is the map. Okay. I do care less about getting that map. I need to hit this thing. Those guys are going to be in my way, so I'll just reset the room. There we go. Oh, red guy. Red guy. Oh, we hate it. I can't throw a bomb down there. Why can't I throw a bomb down there? Ugh, I'm resetting the room again. A little bastard getting in my way. Okay, I'm gonna grab this chest here. Alright, that means I gotta get this one. Oh, never mind. That one was not necessary. Ugh, turtles, please. This is the room where I recoup the money that I spent getting into the place. No map? Big key. Okay. I already had the map. Oh no, that means Helmsor has an item on him. I know I said I wasn't going to kill him. I might end up having to kill him. I didn't need that bomb. Boomerang? Okay. Health is useful. That wasn't even close. Did not expect that to hit me. Alright, I'm gonna teleport back to the start. Oh, time to make bad decision. We are all over bad decision. We're gonna go fight the boss. You know, that thing I said I didn't need to do when I came in. How many hits do you take? My god. Are you both arrows? You're both arrows. Useful. I'll walk up and hit it. It's funny, actually, I've been watching a series on YouTube that the lady who runs the race here, Sakura Tsubasa, has been doing, where she's playing through Chrono Trigger for the first time. It's already been all recorded, so people posting things in the comments are not spoiling things for her. There is that, at least. Whoop! You turtles are supposed to be upside down. But it's been fun. My one criticism, and it's a mild one, is that she doesn't use magic. She's bad about that. She'll have full magic points, be looking down the barrel of a boss, and just having people use standard attacks. I'm like, don't do that. Crono knows how to cast Lightning Bolt for a reason. I have not been counting. There's the last hit I needed. Yeah, some enemies, you know, 20 bucks. It was for 20 bucks. I did all that for 20 bucks. I didn't get a single useful thing in that dungeon. Oh, and that's why it's a gamble. Alright, since we're here, we're gonna finish Eastern Palace too. And by that I mean we're gonna go get the last item. I'm like, I was in here already. I did beat that boss. And while that is true, because of my own clumsiness and misjudging how much damage certain enemies would do, I did not get the last treasure chest. But I have more health now. So I'm confident I will not have the same issue. And I've got the lamp, so I can easily get through this room too. In fact, I've got the powder. So, be fairies. Like, why should I go all the way around? It was a map? Okay. It's official, I'm bad today. What is going on? I am routing incredibly badly today. It's the weekend, Otto. Your bedtime is when you want it to be. I guess we'll go finish Desert Palace. It's a dungeon I can complete, so here we go. Run through there. Yeah, gosh, originally I was thinking about warming up with something. I've been replaying Tunic lately, and then I was like, oh, that could be good too. And then I just didn't get around to it. I was watching a YouTube video, and it ate all my concentration. Oh no. It was a wonderful 2-hour-long video essay about basically a fascist furcon. And the incredibly interesting people who run such an event. My God, some people have real problems. And some people just bring problems on themselves. I know the popular sentiment might be, you know, why are you calling them fascists? And it's like, well, they literally have the red armbands on, so, like, what else am I gonna call them? Yeah, it's kind of a giveaway, right? It's just they put a little paw print in there instead, you know? They think they're clever. They're not clever. They're like, oh, it's a joke. It's like, oh, it's not funny. Yeah. Yeah, they and of course, you know, they dubbed it like America's FurCon, and it's such a weird. Well, this is the thing, is that these are like basically alt-right internet personalities. So, like, you know, they joke about things, but it's actually like what they actually think. And, you know, they do occasionally say the quiet part out loud. Skull Woods. Let's do Skull Woods. Do not yet have flippers, so I can't get that easily accessed Master Sword that I saw. Actually, you know what? While I'm here in Skull Woods, I will be checking the pedestal. Because I have a pendant. And if having a pendant puts me one step ahead of other people, then it's not such a bad thing that I did that. Yeah, it's... Everything about the situation, though, these folks, is like... such a mess. Oh, wow. I'm gonna do this dungeon back to front. How people are gonna complain that Splatoon is too woke? It's like Squid People. Like, I know, obviously, you know, for those of us who live in reality, you know, the people who complain about things being woke are just, like, obviously already a massive joke. But like, Jesus. Splatoon? It's just money. I don't need... okay. If this had been a pedestal seed, I actually might have liked that because I already have a pendant. Aren't the squidlings like children anyway? Like, the lyric literally says you're a kid now. Map. Okay. Okay. Jellyfish in the way. Okay, we'll go around. Going around, not a bad idea. How did I... I'm gonna use all of my magic killing these guys. It's fine, they drop magic. Okay. Crisis averted. I don't know why I started with those two in the middle. Okay, we're jumping in, we're gonna fight the moth. I have lots of blue potions, so I'm gonna magic these guys. Oh yeah, Otto, get some sleep if you got shit going on. Absolutely. Don't think you gotta hang out here on my account. We will chat tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what can I say other than, you know, reactionary's gonna react, right? It's kind of their thing. They are, of course, idiots as well. Did I get the big key? I did not get the big key. Okay. When I jump into the next area of the dungeon, there will be 2 keys to pick up. 3 keys, because one of them is big. Double whammy. I tried to do a defensive hook shot, and it just blew up in my face. Okay, chest number 1. The big key. Alright. Small key, which had to exist here. And I believe this last one also should be a small key. Yeah. Why didn't I think about stunning the mummies in that other room? Ugh. What's wrong with me? Which means the big chest is necessarily not something I need. So we're leaving. I have not yet gotten the cape, but there won't be a better time to check these than now. I'm going to have a look at Bumper Ledge. I'm going to have a look at... I'm gonna check the King's Tomb, See, bumper ledge is just a heart piece. I don't care about that. I'm fine with leaving that forever. I'll check the graveyard ledge. I'll check King's Tomb. And since I'm going this direction... No, actually, I can't check Catfish because that would require the flippers. I don't have those. Catfish can come later. Actually, I'll never be over on that side of Hyrule. Catfish, oh, I will never know what you had. And in here is $5. Whatever. Oh, right, right. I'm getting buzzed by a fly. Where did you come from? And probably on my roommate's produce that's sitting on the counter. Okay, in order to gain access to Catfish, I would have to do an awkward bomb jump. And I don't feel like doing an awkward bomb jump, so we're going to double back to the Village of Outcasts. You know, the old Village of Misfit Toys over here. Now we're going to go have a look around. There's some houses to break into. I don't want to do the dungeon here because it's a pendant. And I've already done one unnecessary pendant dungeon. You know, we're already slow enough as it is. I don't need to be adding more time on when I don't need it. Shield! I forgot I didn't even have one of those yet. Okay. Let's go to Treasure Game. I screwed up that dash. Bombs! Oh god. It's going to make me think that I need to go into Thieves Town. It is a... yeah, it's a pendant. Okay, alright, okay. God, you know what the worst part is? Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock actually having the green pendant is troublesome because the green pendant is the only one that you actually might want to pick up if it's not a pedestal seed. Because the green pendant is at least another item. Dig, damn you. Okay. While I'm going this way, I will check Cave 45. And we'll check Stumpy. Then we'll do Hype Cave. And I'll zip up and check... yeah, I'll grab that. I'm close enough to health. Basically, I need flippers and another glove. And ideally a red cane, but that's that's off in the future. Flippers! Oh my god. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Earlier every year. Since I have flippers now, I can get that Master Sword. And once I get that Master Sword, I can check the Bombos tablet. But first, Hype Cave. Quake Medallion. Okay, that might be necessary. Red cane. Alright. I think we might be a glove away from being able to beat the game. I don't even really need the Tempered Sword to fight Ganon at this point. I got the Silver Arrows. Though the Tempered Sword obviously would be very nice. Get me out of here and give me this. Okay. Oh, I got zapped. You know, since we got everything for it, let's do Swamp Palace. I'm right here. All I needed was the hook shot, and I got that. I can't yet rescue the little gay frog in town because, you know, I need the glove to pick up the heavier rocks. But yeah, that's the topic. Back to the topic of discussion is, you know, bad as it is. Fear, I can totally DM you the video later if you ever want to watch a 2-hour video about this nonsense. It's oh my god, it turns into a roller coaster. Holy shit. Oh, there's like comics involved and all sorts of zany goings on. The worst people you've ever known. DashCon does get mentioned at one point in this, though not for like reasons to do. Basically, DashCon gets mentioned because these guys also had a ball pit, basically. They've done their convention a few times, and apparently each time they do, there's like less and less people. Imagine renting out like a hotel floor for a convention of 70 people. I can't even imagine that. Like, that is oof size large right there. Now, the real question you gotta ask yourself is, these folks clearly had a dedicated following. What did they do to drive their numbers down so much? And the answer is, a thing that takes 2 hours to explain. Alright, we cannot be deploying our the red cane glitch for this dungeon, so get out of my way. We will just be going on. Yeah, I wasn't sure I was gonna, you know, pay that close of attention to it or like, you know, get anything out of it. Like I sat down and I tried to watch the ContraPoints Twilight video the other day, and I was just like, I got 30 minutes in and I said, you know what? I actually don't care about Twilight. There's a glove. I think we're good to go. I will continue to open chests because a better sword would be nice. Yeah, it was just, I got to the point where I was like, wait a minute, why am I watching this? I actually don't care about the subject matter. Whereas this thing had me like, you know, basically the rubbernecking side effect, you know, where I was like, these people are ridiculous and they have ruined themselves, and give me the popcorn. I'm getting... There, okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Because I have the worst Master Sword, I need to take 2 hits to kill each of these guys' hairs. Little marshmallow fluffs. This protective layer of fur. I didn't even say the usual line. It's time for our regularly scheduled eyeball shaving. How did I miss? There, I got him. Okay, second shot. Compass. Before I run off too far, I am gonna go... Actually, yeah, going back to my left in general. I do not understand the reference. Off-brand Krakow for when you're in the deep woods and need to get rid of mosquitoes. Oh! Right. The cloud guy. Yeah, I forgot he had that form where he's like more, because like there's the cloud version of him and then there's like the forming version of him. Yeah, okay. Does his name end with a W? My brain does not remember his name ending with a W, but that could just be my brain being forgetful of things. You know what? I, instead of doing this, should use the mirror. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, isn't Krakow a city in Poland? Yeah, okay. We are officially geography knowers. Oh, I'm a, quote, the great Carl Sagan 42 of YouTube fame. Knowledge is power. Actually, no, Khadgar says that too. I like both of them. They're both good. Archmage Khadgar, Carl Sagan 42, shaking hands meme. Yeah, I was actually, I was watching, so I'm playing Zelda here, so this is, like, relevant to the gameplay at hand. I was watching, I found out that Carl had been playing through, oh yeah, that is the thing that they did. Why did I not do the bomb kill for these guys? Yeah, Carl had been doing a playthrough for the first time of Tunic, which is one of my favorite games, and is very Zelda-esque. If you've not given it a shot, I highly recommend. Don't watch any Let's Plays of it going in, not even mine. You want to approach this game completely unaware of what you're getting into. That's not where I wanted that to go. Y'all grab that. The shtick for Tunic is you start the game and you don't know what you're doing. And as you're playing the game, you discover, as items in the world, pages of the instruction manual. I love it. I'll hit that. Now we're going to prepare for the always popular bomb jump. I always have no trouble with this whatsoever. I think... Nope. That time. Oh my gosh. And then I screwed up walking. There we go. Yeah, you play as a little fox guy who's dressed up like Link. Oh wow, Saku's already done. Oh wow. Congrats to Saku. She's always she was mentioning in the Chrono Trigger thing Let's Play before, you know, every week she's like, this time I'm gonna win, and then she doesn't. But you know, this time she did it. Wow. So yeah, big congrats to her. I'm guessing that she, like me, is skipping a bunch of stuff in Ice Palace. But yeah, Tunic is fantastic. It plays kind of like a Dark Souls style game. There's a lot of like dodging and rolling and whatnot. Combat with a swordy sword. The things that you uncover with the manual, there's things that it turns out you could do the entire time. You don't know until you find the pages in the manual. So on a replay, of the game, things go either more smoothly or at least more quickly. Eyeballs, be dead. Cold Steer's kind of a Kracko knockoff too. No, 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 no. No, 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 no! I went for the blue potion and I was too late. Oh, back to the start of the dungeon. And I need to drink the potion anyway. Oh. Fuck my life. Here we go. Do it again. I already know what my note is going to say. One pendant dungeon I didn't need to do. One death to Cold Stare I didn't need to take. Oh, what a world. This floor is still unexploded. There we go. Okay, that did work. I thought for sure I was going to have to do another bomb. I'll grab that arrow. Why not? Wait, I know why not, because I didn't need it. I wonder if the dungeon reset, then I need to do this bomb jump again. If the dungeon didn't reset, then I don't need to do this bomb jump again. Just to be safe, I'm going to do the bomb jump again. I would love to catch that fairy and jam it in a bottle. Unfortunately, I have no net to do so. Okay. Jump down the hole. Walk through. Has the block been pushed? The block has not been pushed. The bomb jump was essential. I'm glad I trusted my gut. For a second, I was like, I should have grabbed that bomb there. I'm running low on bombs, and then I remembered, oh wait. Everything drops bombs. It's fine. Drop in, immediately use bombos. I know the speedier bet would be to go at them with the hammer. There we go. Akira is also done. 10 arrows, okay. But the hammer has much shorter range than a sword, so I do not want to do that. Gosh, with no cape... With no cape and no blue cane, Ganon is going to be a pain in the butt to deal with. But that happens sometimes. Okay, off to Mire we go. Now the real question is, do I check Mire's shed? And so the answer to that is, yeah, I think so. Okay, it's Bombos. It is Bombos. I can get in. I realized that that might be an issue. Heart piece, heart piece. Okay. Misery Mire is one of the 2 dungeons in the game that are locked by a medallion, either Bombos or Ether or Quake. In this case, it is Bombos. Normally it's Ether. The logic being that Ether will disrupt the weather pattern in the area and undo the flooding. It's just a heart. I don't need that. Okay, so we're going into Misery Mire. When we get the big key, we will make a beeline for the boss. I have the things I need to fight him. It's okay. Gosh, the boss on this one is another eyeball boss. Oh yeah, so presently I am loaded up on the antibiotics. Boy, let me tell you. Sartez is also finished, so that's the first 3 places done. Yeah, I am nursing apparently a heck of an ear infection, let me tell you. And I kind of knew it. You know, I went to the doctor and I'm like, you know, he's like, what seems to be the issue? And I'm like, well, like 95% sure I've got an ear infection. And he's like, how do you know that? I'm like, experience mostly. Small key. Okay. I have had ear infections basically all my life. It's a recurring problem. My ears suck. My eyes suck too. There's more stuff over here. I'm going to the right. I neglected to go over here before. I'm going over here now. I had this dungeon become a nightmare once because I didn't do this place. Alright, I already knew I couldn't go through there. What am I doing? But yeah, so he prescribes me these giant horse pills, nasal spray, and eardrops. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, eardrops sure do seem to be the least easily administered medication available. Am I wrong for thinking that? Like, I gotta, like, tilt my head and drop some things in. Big key! Okay. We're going. Yeah, tilt my head, put 4 drops in. Fine, don't be a fairy. And then I have to, like, keep my head tilted for, like... Oh, there's a fairy here. Bam. Okay. Yeah, I gotta keep my head tilted for like 5 minutes, at least, while these things slowly maybe seep in. On the right side, it hasn't felt like they've seeped in, like, at all. You know, after like 5 minutes of laying down sideways, you know, I sit up and it's like, okay, there's a little bit running down. Is this okay? Whatever. So we'll see. You know, I have the eardrops are twice a day, the giant pills twice a day, the nasal spray is only once a day, but it's 2 sprays per nostril. Like, I went to the pharmacist and she's like, yeah, 2 sprays, 1 each side, or 2 each side. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. If we prescribed like 1, that would be like a dose for a child. So, do 2. I'm like, well, all right. You know, and it's people telling me, oh, nasal spray. Oh, that's a huge pain in the ass. I'm like, is it? It seems pretty quick, relatively speaking. You know, squirt, squirt, and then you're done. Small key. Not even something useful. Okay. That's all 7 crystals, at least. So we have that. Off we go to Ganon's Tower. Am I going to regret coming to Ganon's Tower with with only 1 blue potion? Let's hope not. We're running. Okay. You know what? Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna check on my way over to the tower. I'm going to look in Mimic Cave. Not Mimic Cave. I'm going to look in Super Bunny Cave. I'm going to look in Hookshot Cave. Give me that. And that. This is not the door I meant to go through. But, you know, I could use potion anyway. Health is at a bit of a premium. That's fine. Magic is also a bit iffy, but, yeah. Okay, fire shield. My magic levels are fine. I don't need to worry about that. God, I was watching somebody play through this, the vanilla version of the game. And they were, like, running... They were, like, trying to farm magic the hard way, and I'm just like... This isn't a spoiler, but, like, do you mind if I tell you where you can pick up a full magic real easy nearby? And you could tell he was having a stressed time with the game. He's just like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Where am I going? Well, just go back into Turtle Rock real quick. Oh, look at that. We got our sword. Okay. Very glad I decided to do Hookshot Cave. Dorito Blade is Ganon's spicy corn-based end. Here we go. Except not, because I do have the silver arrows. Everybody's going to have the silver arrows. That is something that is necessarily going to happen. You need the one bow in order to get access to the Armus Knights, and then the Armus Knights drop the other bow. Everybody is going to have that bow. But it's fine. I bonked on the wall. I bonked on the wall. Alright, give me the big key. Blue cane. Give me the big key. 20 bucks. Okay. I don't even mind getting the blue cane, I will be honest. I bonked on the wall again. Once again, bonking on the wall. Small key. Yeah, blue cane could be very useful, depending on things. Small key. Heart. Oh, sanctuary heart. Small key. If this was the... 20 bucks. Okay. Alright, let's go in this room and see if we can find a big key in this chest. It's a green bottle. Which, you know, I did say that magic was at a bit of a premium, so I don't even mind that. No! I screwed up the dash. I screwed up the dash. Okay. If I was to run at that wall and bonk, I can jump over the fire snake that was coming at me. Unfortunately, I made a mistake. I grabbed the wall instead of dashing next to it. Oopsie-daisy. Ooh! Oh god. Crono in the red armor. He looks so goofy. It's like he's wearing pajamas. Oh my god. Red male Crono is Brendan Small from Home Movies. That is not something I thought I would see today, but there we are. For those of you watching at home, if you've not seen the TV series Home Movies, it is Wonderful. I highly... Big key! Give me that fairy. I'm getting out of here. Didn't even need to fight that boss. Oh, God. Yeah, home movies, great. It's about 3 kids who make movies. No! Oh my gosh, I'm screwing this up so bad. I'm in the wrong spot. I gotta be up here. I've taken all of this damage and gained nothing from it. But yeah, it's comedy. I don't know. It's hard to describe why it's funny. It's just good situations. You know, H. John Benjamin provides a voice in it. He's always wonderful. If the name itself does not ring a bell, he's Archer. He's Bob. He's Bob's from Bob's Burgers. A show so funny, Family Guy decided to make fun of it for being poorly animated. It's not. It's very well animated. Yeah, I'm gonna make the poor decision and I'm gonna press on. I'm not gonna pick up the, Everybody drop bombs. They all drop bombs. I don't want bombs. I want health. It really is. Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the Family Guy clip where they were like watching it. Basically, the family was like walking through a hallway or something, and they stop to look at a TV, and Chris is just like, "Oh, it's Bob's Burgers. This show speaks to the youth of our nation," and everybody in the scene stops mid-step, as though they just said, "All right, they've walked to this point. Let's only animate their mouths from here on out. I am going to die." There we go. So yeah, literally all the characters just stopped dead in their tracks and just mouth flaps. Yeah, it was straight up like something from the Flintstones. You are 100% accurate there. But because it's all done on computers, they don't need to have like the animation cells colored a different color. So yeah, or yeah, the old Spider-Man, the old Captain America or Hulk. Yeah, absolutely. I've spent my fair amount of time making fun of that old Incredible Hulk cartoon for the janky animation quality, but like, you know, it's the 60s. This is a new field for them, I guess. I don't know. I mean, animation wasn't new, but you know what I mean. TV animation needed to do what it needed to do. Do I have enough magic for this? We'll find out. Yeah, there we go. Oh, somebody has finished in 4th place now. So once again, as per usual, I am coming up at this on the 2-hour-ish mark in a heated battle for second last. As is my usual style. 50... arrows, okay. At this point, I'm like, if I found the half magic, that would be very useful. That's probably not going to happen. I'll grab that, though. Yeah, you know what? Last 2 chests, I don't need them. bonked immediately. Onto the spikes. Absolutely merciless. Yeah, I highly recommend, actually, if you haven't seen the Bob's Burgers movie. It's exceptionally well animated. Like, even on top of, like, even in comparison, whatever, I'll grab it. Even in comparison to the TV show. Like, the TV show looks pretty decent. The movie, phenomenal. Cannot recommend it enough. Obviously, you know, watch the show too. It's very fun. But you know, if you haven't dug into the show, the movie might lose you a little bit. Ooh, double on him. I need to hit Aga 6 times, I believe. That's 3. Four. There we go. We got him. He's dead. Ganon emerges from his back, like so much absorbed twin in utero from that one X-Files episode. We summon the bird and we get out of here. You know, it's funny. When you kill Aghanim the first time around, and he sends you off to the Dark World, you land here on the pyramid. You get all your health back. And your magic. Bacon dates to 1500 BC, back for pig, average American is 8... Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I walked into him and took a lot of unnecessary damage. Ow. Speaking of unnecessary damage... I am not one of those players that counts my hits. I should probably count my hits. Ugh. No, we're not going to do it yet. We will save our green potion, or we will save our potion for later. Though I will... What am I doing? Blue cane. Okay, he's on to this phase, which means I am comfortable drinking the blue potion now. I just need to interrupt his bats. That's all I got to do. He's upset that I located the silver arrows. And with good reason, does not like getting shot at them. How did I... That was weird. And that's Ganon dead. Okay. It's slightly quicker than 2 hours this time. I just gotta go through the door and hit the done button. Okay. Through the door. OMG! We're done! Alright, now I'm gonna leave a comment on this seed. Say one unnecessary red pendant and one unnecessary death to cold stare. Oof size large. Alright. Comment added. Let's speed up the credits a little bit. God, janky Crono sprite. Oh, you know, I don't regret using it. I do regret not looking to see if Frog was available. Whew. Let me tell you. Oh, I wonder if there's... So I don't know, like, anything about the Dragon Quest games. So I have to wonder if there's, like, a Dragon Quest character I could have also used. You know, because the Chrono Trigger sprites, they're tall. They're lanky. They don't squeeze into Chrono... They don't squeeze into Legend of Zelda all that well, you know? So they couldn't do that. I think they just, like, took his head a little bit and squished it just a tiny bit. And then the body was just... what were they... whoa. Whoa. The pants matched the top. He stood like he was a, you know, like a 5-year-old wearing a snowsuit that was too thick for it to move in. You did your best, Dr. Dradusky. Dedrusky? Yeah. There's Saku in the special thanks section. The winner of the race this week. Let's see, first sword, 7 minutes. Flute, 30 minutes. Mirror, 3 minutes, almost 4. 5 kills with the fighter sword, 3 with the master sword, 2 with the tempered sword. Didn't take a lot of damage, but I did die a couple of times, so what does that tell you? Almost 3 minutes in the menu and almost 8 minutes lagging. 149 out of 216. Not a bad collection rate. Could have been better. I could have just skipped Eastern all... I could have skipped Pod altogether. Eastern was required. Yeah. Man, that is race for the week. And as per usual, that seems like a good place to leave off for now. Tomorrow there will be Fallout. If you're watching this on YouTube, you have to wait 2 days. Fallout will be showing up on Wednesday for you, YouTube people. But for those of us here live on Twitch, Fallout is going to show up on Saturday. I'll post it while I work, doing that weekend overtime. But yes, thank you for tuning in. I have once again been your host, Joe, and I will see you next time with another race. Assuming everything goes according to plan. Pour one out, Akira Toriyama. You were a real one. I loved your work. Oh, you will be sorely missed. Oh, wait, I gotta look at rating.